Hello there once again, people. So, if you were paying attention last time, you have known we were checking out, Free by Thomas Naughton, whereby we ended up actually realizing there was an E1M1 as well as an E1M2. Basically, look at the last video if you're curious about what exactly we're playing this time. It's basically E1M2 with a chainsaw, from all I really know. But yeah, last time around, it was actually its own custom level, which is really interesting, coming from a free PWAD that doesn't even mention it. But yeah, we basically just played through that level. It was basically just made as a short version of getting a lot of ammo for this one, so it's going to be rather interesting. So I'm not expecting this level to have much ammo, because we're expected to have it all! So, yeah, this could be interesting. But yeah, basically the idea behind this is that this one's going to be a, customized level, if you will. It's a... No, not custom level. It's a modified level. And so that's why I segmented it up. Because you see, normally I would play levels back to back, especially in a PWAD like this, because there's only 2 levels, and I've done plenty of custom levels whereby I've kept the videos together if there's only like 2 or 3 levels. But this particular one's a bit weird, because not only does it have a custom level, but it has a modified level. So to basically separate the two, and basically have it in their own separate categories, I basically split them into their own little areas. And so that's why you see E1M1 only being E1M1. And why now we're checking out E1M2, which is of course the main feature of this thing, but you know, is a modified level. So yeah, a bit weird, but hopefully you guys understand it. It should make a bit of sense, basically, because of the separation of the two. Like I said, it's basically the thematic change between them. There's a big difference between modified and custom. You know, after all, a custom level is pretty predictable in nature, because it's just a modified level. You know, so as you can see, here was a modified level, as we saw last time. But we care about this, which as you see is going to be E1M2 with a chainsaw. That's literally what it was. So yeah, thus, like I said, why I separated the two. Because otherwise it wouldn't have made much sense to keep them together. So, chainsaw ahoy! Rip and tear, punk. As you see, pretty simple here. Just a lot of troopers. You have to take a little bit of damage because they can hit scan you, but whatever. You see, we're already getting through this level. Like I said, that's why we did it the way we did it. Now, most enemies are actually going to be pretty easy to stun lock here. This is E1M2. Most enemies are not that hard to chainsaw. So after all, we're kind of expected to chainsaw everything besides the 2 imps. Oh, thank you for the shotgun. Yeah, you didn't even get rid of the other guns. Well, that's kind of lazy. Wait, this is a bit crummy. Yeah, this really is a boring modification. I'm glad I separated the two because, yeah, this one's very, very boring. You know, I mean, I could have just explained to you what it was going to be last time, and you basically got the idea of what it is. That's pretty sad. Yeah, there should be some unexpected things somewhere on the modified level. We've at least seen modified levels better than this. Like I said, even though it's a modified level, which of course means it can't be too drastically different, depending on how drastically different it is, it becomes a custom level after all. You know, after all, if it's like SS2BT2 or whatever, that one basically had only a small portion that was the same. So because of that, that's why it was seen as a custom level. Because it was treated as a custom level. Owie, kapowie, blammy, whammy. Never try and chainsaw a guy with a shotgun. Yeah, this probably is a stupid idea. But, well, he gave me a chainsaw. And for some reason I have the obsession with rip and tear and everything. But as you see, it's mostly a pistol dude, so Pistol dudes are easy to kill. I mean, there isn't even any demons or anything, so... Like I said, you expect something harder here, something different. But nope, it really is literally E1M2 with a chainsaw. Which, granted, you could get by a certain point in the level. So, in just a few runs, we basically could play the level like we normally play it. But, the fact that normally we just don't bother with the chainsaw. But we totally could, that's an option. So yeah, so we're basically playing it like it's regular E1M2 with this weird self-imposed challenge. Yeah. Needless to say, it's a weird little thing, but whatever. Chainsawing dudes. What else is new in life? Let's just wander around aimlessly. Oh look, another guy who can chainsaw. Can't lose anyone in this blame maze, otherwise we'll end up, having them leave the maze, and who knows where they'll go. Who knows where on earth these things go. Okay, keep moving down. There's gonna be anything different, Bueller? Bueller? Ferris Bueller. Come on, you can't have a day off. Especially if it involves chainsawing. I'm a lumberjack, I'm okay. I chop down trees to not prove I'm gay. I'm a lumberjack and I don't care. I have very nice underwear. With nice breeches, mind you. Yeah. It's tough and leathery. Because I'm a lumberjack and I'm hardcore like that. Oh look, another chainsaw. Hooray! You can collect them all! They come in multiple flavors. Blood. Smoke. Steam. Ashes. Fried chicken! I wonder if demons taste like chicken. That is an interesting thing. When you cut up a demon, why is the Doom guy ever trying to eat them? Just to find out what a demon tastes like. I wonder what demon meat tastes like. When it's sauteed over a nice golden brown. And here's the two, of course, you have to shoot. Easy enough. As you see, we only have a couple more enemies to go. We're almost done with this bloody level, and there was absolutely nothing of interest here. Hooray for one of the most useless levels ever made. Amazing. Well, you want it? Here it is. Chainsaw. Why in God's name we needed that first level where the entire point was the chainsaw in the second one, I don't really know. But it was there, we checked it out, and now we've checked out, of course, the actual feature, if you will, even though it really felt like a really pointless feature, of a chainsaw in E1M2 instead of Berserk Fisting E1M2. So, yeah, there we are. Pointlessness, hooray! So anyway, that's basically the level in a nutshell. Really nothing spectacular to really say. It's really just E1M2 with a chainsaw. That literally was what it was. As I even said, you could basically get the chainsaw at a certain point in the level anyway. So at that point, really just becomes a level with a challenge that we decided to do that we didn't really even have to do. You didn't even get rid of the guns, so we really didn't have to waste our time doing this. But that's aside the point. Anyway, what I should mention is that I do have a new microphone, if you will. It's basically the same microphone I have been using for the previous few webcam videos. I've been goofing around a couple of times with the webcam and different streams, various things like that. And so, yeah, I've decided basically it should become my main recording device because it actually sounds a little bit better according to people. So yeah, we're just going to switch over to this and make it a lot easier. There do come certain benefits out of this. Let me actually, I'm going to walk away for a second as I'm trying to find something to wipe my monitor screen. It looks a little dirty. So anyways, I was trying to say, there are a couple benefits to talk about when using this microphone opposed to the old one. Number one, if you happen to know for a fact how I've been doing my recordings for the last, I don't know how long, you'll have known there's basically an auto timeout feature on my headset. After like so many minutes of like there being complete silence hearing things, it auto shuts off. It doesn't matter if I'm talking to the microphone or not. It matters if there's actual noise in the background. So, yeah, it kind of was the point whereby I would have to, like, play music or something in the background to basically have it going on. Okay, there we are. Now I'm basically done doing stuff, so I'm going to sit here again, and you should be able to hear me normal. So, yeah, hopefully I didn't sound too bad when I was moving around the room. I guess that's a little test to see exactly how well sound travels. So yeah, be sure to tell me how exactly that happened, by the way. Anyway, as I was trying to say before I ended up getting distracted by cleaning my monitor, it basically, the problem with the old headset was that it basically always auto-timed out. Like, even now, the fact of the matter is that this headset will probably at some point time out. And it will cut off. And if I was on my microphone, it would cut off immediately what I'm saying because that's part of the headset. With this, it's a separate device. So even if my headset thing is gone, that's not going to have any effect whatsoever on the microphone. I can continue talking. I won't be able to hear for a few seconds, but I'm not hearing anything anyway. Otherwise, it wouldn't be timing out if I could hear something. So basically, it's the best of both worlds, whereby we have a headset that really doesn't need to be on when I'm basically talking at the black screen, and thus conveniently times out, instead of it being a pain and timing out, like it has been. So basically, yeah, it kind of works a little bit better just for that one little feature. I kind of like the idea for a desktop microphone just because of that one particular reason. Plus, like I said, it's supposed to sound a little bit better. So that's pretty good anyway. It's not a trade-off at all if it sounds better. And yeah, other than that, really, as you see, it's kind of the same thing. It's just new microphone, new setup. Like I said, there are some definitely like things to mention or whatnot. Like the fact that if I travel around, like I said, I'm not sure if when I was just walking around there, if you could still hear my voice clearly or what. Would be nice to know in order, that way in case I end up wandering around, because who knows what I'm doing, how exactly it travels. But I think it actually does pretty well. It picks up a lot of noise. I have seen that. I usually don't put, any modifications on my microphones. I know, a lot of people out there like to put noise gates and all that fanciness. I could actually put some effort into it, but the problem I find with all that stuff is I tend to have a wide range of voices, if you haven't noticed. I usually go either high-pitched or deep or whatever. So usually what ends up happening when you do something like that is it starts cutting out some of my voice. It starts killing something. And so, yeah, it becomes a lot harder to actually balance something like that than you would think. I used to have something like that. I think, in the very early days, I had something like that, and I think it was the stop distortion or something like that, and yeah, it never allowed me to really get high range with my voices. I had to keep it at a moderate level in order for it to work. And so yeah, I ended up learning how to have to be calmer or something like that, because otherwise I would have a bad day. But yeah, now I can basically talk how I want, what I want, do what I want, no real problems whatsoever. And thus we got kind of a nicer range of commentary. And thus, like I said, that's exactly at the end of the day what this is all about. Is just getting better and better moving further along. And so yeah, right now it's not exactly, like I said, the most biggest of changes in the world. Like I said, really at the end of the day is just a difference in the microphone that it's output into. And yeah, it's a little bit different, but at the same time it's also pretty similar. Both have a relatively decent quality or whatnot from what I'm hearing. So it's not too much of a big transition in quality, but it is slightly better according to what I've heard, like I said. And it does come with that major benefit, which I do feel, like I said, I have run into quite a few times in the past. So any way to avert it at this point would be pretty nice. Anyway, I'm done here. I've been rambling for long enough. I don't really know what else to say. So I'm just going to end it here. Thank you very much all for watching, people. I know it's been very, very pointless, but in a way it kind of works out because I am testing new equipment, so-called. I mean, we've had 2 videos before with it, but this is really the first official time I'm actually using this with a level or something like that. So yeah, it's not really so-called a test. We've already know it works fine. But just in case, here's an extra little video or so whereby it doesn't really mess up too much because it was literally just E1M2 with a chainsaw. Probably one of those boring things we could touch, but it existed. It was a thing, and it was included with this 3-dot wad. So because I played the other level, I couldn't exactly leave it incomplete. Now, could I? Even if I wanted to, like, ignore this level, I really couldn't because I played part 1. So anyway, thank you very much all for watching, people. I'm pretty bored here, and I shall see you all next time.